Good morning. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I hope that y'all have been enjoying all the videos and pictures that we have been posting online this week. 15 years here at Grace Arbor. Man, that's a long time. And let me tell you, it has just been an incredible blessing. I know before I became director of Grace Arbor, I was a volunteer that would come in as special guest and do little craft moments. We would do the prayer blankets together. And I was going back through some wonderful memories through the photographs and came across a few of those. And I could not believe it had been that long ago that I had been here just being a part of this wonderful ministry. And I love to see what God has done with it. So I hope you have been able to enjoy these videos. Please, if you haven't had the opportunity, go back and look at some of these. We've been posting them on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter. And we are also selling legacy bricks. So you have an opportunity to have an engraved brick put out in our rose garden. It can be in honor, support, or in memory of someone very special. So we hope that you take part in some of those. I wish I could have gotten every single person on a video, but it's just so hard. And how do you choose? It was so difficult to try to figure out who we were going to put out there to share the stories of Grace Arbor over the years. But I think the people that did share just blessed us all, and we just thank you all so much for all that you do and pour out to the wonderful families here at Grace Arbor through the years. And yesterday we had Kevin, and not only did we have Kevin, we had his whole family. I was so excited to see that Henry came and his wonderful wife Melissa came. And guess what? Of all days, it was National Dog Day. So I hope that all of our dog lovers out there had an opportunity to post a picture of their dog, because that's a fun day to be able to celebrate all of our little furry friends. So I hope you got to enjoy that. Today, we are going to make the last activity for August. I cannot believe it's already August. And I know I'm in the center right now, and it's so quiet without you. And I'm looking forward to the day that we all get to gather again in this wonderful place. And we will. We will. And I know that as time goes on, it gets difficult to carry that hope. But I want you to always have hope and know that we will gather here again soon. So just be patient and continue staying strong and staying well. And let's do crafts together. So today we are going to make these beautiful little wreaths. I'm very excited about that. Look at these little spool wreaths. These are little wooden spools that had thread on them, and they were donated to us, and like this. And this is what we came up with. Now, I'm a sewer, so I'm extremely excited about this, to be able to hang this up in my sewing room, and also to have one out here at Grace Arbor. This is just going to be a lot of fun, very special. And for all those sewers out there, thank you for all the masks and all the things that you have been doing for everyone to keep everybody safe and well by sewing those masks. What a gift you are sharing, and we appreciate it. So today, this is going to be a lot of fun, but it's also going to be maybe a little frustrating at times. It may be a bit challenging, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we are dealing with our fine motor skills with these fingers, and we're going to be dealing with some visual things. So sometimes when we have to deal with small things like thread, like this, and we need to use these fine motor skills, it can get a bit challenging. But guess what? I know you can do this. So just because it's challenging, a little difficult, doesn't mean that we don't do it. And that is one of the reasons we chose this activity, because it is challenging. Take your time with this activity. If you need to take a few days to do this, take a few days to do this, or hours, whatever that looks like for you, it's okay. It's all about getting the joy out of it, but also in doing these activities, you are exercising some of the skills that are becoming more and more challenging. And we want you to utilize those as much as you can, even when it does get difficult. So you haven't lost the ability yet. So we want to go ahead and find something fun to create with the abilities that you still have no matter the challenge, right? Right. Okay, so what we have today, in order to make this amazing little wreath, there are some supplies that you had in your bag. And that was a whole bunch of thread. So you're going to pull out all these beautiful, colorful strings. And I just kind of laid mine out on my tray, or you can lay yours out on your table, whatever that looks like for you. And just kind of lay them out and sort them. And then you're also going to have a pipe cleaner. We may all have green. Some of you may have a different color, but nonetheless, you have a long, fuzzy pipe cleaner. You want to pull that out. And then you're going to have this pretty little, is that rickrack? This pretty little ribbon here. And you're going to set that to the side by itself as well. Also, you're going to have 6 different sizes of spools. I have 4 of these, and I have 2 of these. And I believe everybody should have about the same. If not, they might vary, and that's fine. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of little wooden beads. How about that? They're different colors, they're different sizes. It looks like I have 6 of them on mine, and you might have 6 as well. So with all of those wonderful supplies, plus your glue bottle, what I did is I took my glue bottle and I just took my lid off. It just works better for me that way. And I just squeezed a dollop of glue into my little pan. You could put it on a little paper plate or whatever that looks like for you, right? That's fine. And then I like a paintbrush. And if you really want to live on the edge and feel a little messy, use your finger. Sometimes I do. That's what I've done on the videos in the past, right? So whatever works best for you, just enjoy it. So you have your glue and your spools, you have your thread and your beads, your little rickrack ribbon, and you have your pipe cleaner. So what we're going to do is you can pick, we're going to use all of this thread right here. So it doesn't matter which one you pick to start with, because they're all going to be used. So I'm just going to grab any one of them. So let me just grab this one. I like that. And I'm going to put it aside, and I'm going to grab a spool. You choose whatever size you want. Just grab any one. And then you're going to take your glue, and you're going to cover the spool right here with glue. So I'm just going to dip my paintbrush into my glue and just rub that all over it. And that's going to help this yarn stay on the spool. Glue's so handy. All right. Here we go. And then after I put my glue on my spool, I'm going to take my thread, and this is where we're using our fingers, and I'm just going to wrap this yarn around the spool, okay? And we're just going to do that to every single ribbon and piece of yarn that you have on each spool. So look, I just rolled that one up. So what I'm going to do is with this little loose end, can you see that? I'm going to take some more glue and just touch it up with some glue right there and seal that sucker on there. Just get the glue on it and make sure it doesn't try to unwind. Look at that. How about that? I love the blues on that one. So I've got my first spool done already. So now I'm just going to grab another spool. I'm going to put some more glue on it. Let's see. Here we go. And, oh no, maybe the ribbon. Let me try that one. I'm just going to take my ribbon. Look at, just put it right on top of that glue. And I'm just going to wrap it and wind it around. wrapping it all the way around till you get to the very end. And then what I'm going to do is take a little glue and rub it underneath that last piece. I'm going to rub that on top, and it's just going to seal it right on there. And it might take a little bit with some of the ribbon, but it'll work. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. I'm going to put that one down, and you're just going to continue to do that for all of your ribbon. Now, for video purposes, I know I say that every time I video, but just for time purposes on this video, I have already wrapped a whole bunch of them. So I have gotten all of mine done. Look at those. They're so pretty. They have different little colors, different patterns, different widths. It's just fantastic. So I am ready for the next step. So once you have completed all of your spools by wrapping all of your thread around them, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to thread your spools and your beads on the pipe cleaner. So it doesn't matter which one you start with. I'm just going to grab the first one. So I'm going to grab my green one, and there's little holes on each end of your spool. So you're going to take your pipe cleaner, and you are just going to thread that all the way through. And then take it to the end, just like that. See? Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to take a bead. And notice our little wooden beads. They're all different colors, but they all have a hole on each end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread that bead all the way down next to the wooden spool. So now we're creating a pattern. So we're going to take a spool, we're going to thread it on, and then we're going to take a bead, see that, and we're going to thread that one on. That's our pattern. Let's go ahead and do that again with another spool. And another bead. Here we go. Let's take another spool. Let's see, this one might need a little extra help. There it is. Okay. I'm going to take a spool. Some of this one had some paper still on the end I needed to move. That's all right. So you're going to thread your spool on and take another bead. Look at that. Take your spool. I love all the different colors. We're going to take a bead. And now I'm left with one spool and one bead. So I'm going to put that on there, and it's going to take almost the whole entire length of this pipe cleaner. Look at that. So look at this. I have taken all of my spools and all of my beads, and I have made a pattern of a spool and a bead, a spool and a bead, and went all the way around. Maybe you have a different pattern you'd like to use, and that's fine. But just go ahead and thread all of those on your pipe cleaner, however you decide to do it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have the ends left like this, okay? So you're going to just take those together, and you're just going to kind of twist and tie those loose ends right there. So just kind of twist it around best that you can. I love working with pipe cleaners because they're very friendly to, easy to use. Okay, so you just want to close that up. Look at that. Okay, now we're just missing one thing for our wreath, and that is our little ribbon. I believe I said rickrack ribbon. Yeah. So what we're going to do is you can pick any side of this wreath that you want. It doesn't matter. Just any. I'm just going to pick this one right here just because it's right on top. And what I'm going to do is just simply put the wreath on it just like that in the middle, and then I'm going to tie the very end in a knot. so excited. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am, and I can't wait to see what yours looks like. This is fantastic. And I know it'll be a little bit challenging, but you know what? I know you can do it. And I know when you're done, it's going to be something that you'll be very proud of. So please make sure you post those pictures. I would love to see where you decided to hang yours. Mine's going in my sewing room. But thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to doing another activity with you soon. Also, keep in mind that we will be preparing to make new deliveries, and we'll be sending out an email reminder letting you know what day that will be, so you will have a new craft for next week. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all stay safe and stay well. Take care. Bye-bye.